Morning, welcome to the channel. Welcome to my spring summer morning routine of an equestrian with 3 horses. So I thought I'd start it in the car today because as soon as I get on that yard they start wanting their breakfast and just banging around. So during the hotter months of the year I like to get down the yard around 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning before I take Lewis to school. This is purely because of Gambler, really, because Gambler being a black horse, he suffers in the heat. He is a very hot horse anyway, doesn't need rugging much through the winter because he's just hot within himself. And being black, he attracts the sun. He's slightly overweight, unfit, and the flies eat him like mad. It's awful. I've tried every fly spray that I can find on the market and they just find him so tasty. So, as I say, through the hottest parts of the year, I like to come down here nice and early because if it is so really hot at lunchtime, I will bring them in for an hour because our stables have really nice tree coverage above them, so it makes them shady during the hottest part of the day. So it's actually better for him to come in at lunchtime out of the heat and then they can go out again in the evening as it cools down. So yeah, it is just gone 6 o'clock and we're at the yard and we are going to go and feed them breakfast and show you what I get up to of a morning. Morning, boys. Morning. And donuts all the way down there. Should we get you breakfast? So feed buckets and water buckets are all collected in and taken for washing. Gambler does not get his hay net until after he's finished his breakfast. This is because he will just choose to eat the hay over his hard feed, and I want him to get the goodness out of the hard feed. He doesn't get much hard food at all because, as I say, he is overweight. It's just a pity feed because I don't want everyone else getting breakfast and dinner and him not. So it is really just a handful of food. It's nothing, but I do want him to finish that before he gets his hay. Once he's finished his breakfast, he can have his hay net, and I go around collecting breakfast buckets. Gambler will always be the quickest, the first one to finish his dinner, then Willow, and then Donut will take forever. Yeah. He likes to taste his food. He is the slowest eater I've ever known. So once that is all done, it's time to start turning the horses out. Yeah, I hate those black rubber buckets now because they're just old, and it doesn't matter how much I clean them, they always look disgusting. So yeah, turnout is always Gambler first, because he will just go down the field and eat and get out my way, so then I don't have to lock the gate whilst I go get Donut. It's just easier for me, saves me one job. If I put Donut out first, he waits at the gate for Gambler, and I have to, of course, lock the gate. So always do Gambler first, then Donut, then Willow. But we're at that awkward time of year. I mean, it's June, beginning of June, but we're still, one day it's wet and sunny, one day it's raining. So we're still playing it by ear with rugs. One day they need a lightweight turnout, another day they need nothing, and another day they then need their fly rugs. I'm going to turn them out with nothing today because although it looks a bit gloomy at the moment, it is meant to be nice today. Very rarely do I put a rug on Donut and Gambler anyway, because they run around and they get hot and sweaty. So I don't usually put a rug on them. But Willow will either go in a lightweight turnout usually, or his fly rug. And then in the heat of the summer, he's got a cool rug to try and help cool him down. I'm not sure whether I'm totally convinced on what it does, but he has got one. Yeah, and Willow's the only one that will wear overreach boots in the field, just because I don't want him pulling his shoes off. But yeah, as I say, Gamby always goes first, so let's get a head collar on you and get you out. Come in. Good boy. Oh, I didn't open the gate. Hold on. Didn't lock it. That was good. Right, out of the way. Come around. Trying to do everything with one hand, Gamby. Good boy. Come in. There he goes. Oh, you're gonna... That's it. He will just wander off down the bottom of the field. And I can leave this gate wide open, ready for Donut, and he won't come back up and try and get in. He's very food orientated, Gambler is, so he's nice and easy. Come on, Donny. Where have you gone? There he is. Don't bite. Good boy. Come on. It's like a little dog that follows. He's gone over there now. Come on, this way. This way. Good boy. Walk on. Oh, head collar. There you go. Off he goes. Straight down to Gambler, where they would just eat. Have a mad 5 minutes and prat about. They love each other, these two. Look at them. Not many people actually believe stallions and geldings can get along. Oh, yeah. Gambler tries to act like he's still a stallion. I think this is why it works for them too. Because Gambler is still the boss. Even though Donut's a stallion, Gambler's the boss out of the two of them. Then we got the main man. Oh, you won one already this morning. Right, hold on. Wait. And then he goes in this field, but I do like to walk in his field a little bit with him. Otherwise, hello, not that far. Here, wait. Otherwise he runs through the gateway and I'm so scared of him slipping because the ground's not hot. The ground's slippy, so I don't want him slipping and hurting his leg. Are you going to do it? Every single day I regret my choices about not putting a rug on him because he will go down and roll. Are you coming to see if I've got sweets? I've got no treats for you, babe. But his colour has come through so nicely. Why don't you go the other end of the field? It's got more grass. I have wanted to change their fields and get them in the summer fields, because these two still are their winter fields, but a patch of their summer field needs refencing, and some of the fence posts are still like a foot or two underwater. If I remember when I go down there, I'll show you. I've never seen water sat down there like it is. Yeah, this year's been extremely wet already, and they're saying that this summer could be the wettest summer since 1912. I hope not, because otherwise we're not going to get much done at all this year. But yeah, now they're all out, it is on to the mucking out. All my waters get tied up just because the Welshes, I find, are just so playful that many a time the waters ended up on the bed, and it just makes so much more work. So yeah, I do tie them up for ease for me, basically. I always start with mucking out Gambler, of course, just go in order, Willow, then Donut. But Gambler is the hardest one to muck out. Believe me, it looks clean, it does, but he is deceiving, because he will just, it's like he picks up a bit of straw, poos, and puts a straw on top. So it looks clean, but he is the worst one to do. So when Lewis is off school, weekends, holidays or anything, he must muck Gambler out himself. I'm very much, you can't have the fun of taking them to shows without the hard work behind it as well. So yes, I do make Lewis muck Gambler out as much as possible. Sometimes he will also do Donut, because as I say, Gambler's the worst to muck out. Willow being the bigger horse, poos and wees a lot, so that makes him a little bit more difficult. But Donut's really nice and easy to muck out. All my horses have straw beds. This is just because the cost of it, really. And I'm lucky enough to have the storage for the big bales of straw. So it just makes it more convenient for me. I have tried Willow on shavings before, thinking because he wees a lot, it will make it easier, but it didn't. So cost effectiveness, and I love a big fluffy straw bed. So yes, it is straw for me. Let me know in the comments down below what your favourite go-to bedding is. But yeah, let's get on with this mucking out. That is his bed. all done. They get straw every other day, really. So they had straw yesterday, so don't need any today. But yeah, always feels like the home straight. As soon as I've got Gambler done, the other two don't take long at all. So this is Willow's bed. As you can see, he just poos down the back there and wheezes in that corner. I find him so much easier to muck out, although he's a bigger horse and actually creates more waste, basically. But what I have just realised is Gambler and Donut stables, I go from right to left, and in Willow's stable I always go left to right. I've never noticed that until now. That is Willow's bed all done. Makes his stable look really long here and his bed really small. Yeah, he's all done. He's easy to do. The rubber matting on the back makes it so much easier. It doesn't look as dirty. So it is only Donut left to do. He is just so clean. But being a stallion, most stallions are really clean. He's got like a poo at the back there and a pile of poos at the back there. But all this will basically be clean. He will wee here as well. But yeah, he's lovely to muck out. And that is Donut's bed all done. If I'm doing something on the yard, I will leave beds up to air for a little bit. But I am rushing off today because Lewis has got the hairdressers. Barrett is left on the yard because, as I say, if it is hot, I could bring them in for an hour at lunchtime to get them out of the sun. So they get skipped out again before I leave. So then that barrow will be emptied later on tonight. So it's just the feeds left to make. So that is tonight's dinner and tomorrow morning's breakfast already made up. Willow is having alpha oil and competition mix, and then I'll add fibre beet in later. Gambler and Donut get a honey chop chaff with a cool mix, and then Donut will get speedy beet later. I'm not a nutritionist. Feed is one of the most complicated things I think there is out there, along with bits. So you just have to do what is best for your horse. I found this works best for mine. Difference between the fibre beet and sugar beet, I don't see much, but I think the fibre beet puts condition on quicker. So Willow was put on that ready for the shows that he's just competed at. Just try and build him up before then. Donut is still on the speedy beet just until I finish a bag that we've got, and then he will go onto the fibre beet just to try and build him up. But the grass is coming through now, so they will not be on that long. They're not gonna be on the fibre beet through the summer months. So yeah, so that is my morning. If it was really hot today, I would bring Gambler in right now and like take Lewis to school, then come back, bring Gambler in and ride him. But he's been at a show yesterday, so he is actually having today off, and Lewis has got the hairdressers anyway. So I will come back down later to ride Willow. But yeah, that is my spring summer morning routine. It is very much dictated around the weather. I am very lucky that I don't live far from my yard, so I can come back and forth depending on the weather to deal with Gambler, because as I say, he really does struggle in the summer. That is the end of this video. If you like what you see, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon for the next one. Bye.